And we are live once again, coming at you with session 9 of our Pathfinder, or always do that, Starfinder, our Starfinder actual play. We've played way too much Pathfinder. It's ingrained in our brains now.
Apparently.
Yeah, so we'll just get started like always. Does anybody remember what happened last time?
Lots.
Okay.
Yeah, lots.
So, there were dreams. I had Kima had a dream and Rex had a dream each. In which characters from our Japanese game were involved in the dream, and also wounds and things that we have seen in us, like the wound on Rex and his scar, and then my plant body thing and the brain and the giant, and I know I'm making a lot of sense.
Well, it was a set of dreams after all, so.
And then I woke up and May was gone, and there was a message saying that my friend might be in danger. And when I went to check on Beauty Die, no one answered the door, so I went and I got Rec, and then Rec eventually opened the door.
I stuck my thing in the door and I used my mind.
And we found Speedy Die's arm with part of his consciousness.
Which you summarily muted.
Yep.
Speedy Die is chatty.
And then we went and we met with the mob boss guy, and then we ended up at the club.
It's the Fusion
May
Queen.
was working.
Yep. So you went to the Fusion Queen and you realized that May was there as a dancer. And she was not super happy to see you.
Not my fault!
And then I executed a brilliant plan.
No.
That got us all in there with our weapons. Well, most of them.
I think, well, technically you executed Kima's brilliant plan.
I didn't say it was mine. I said
guards.
I executed a brilliant plan.
Yep. Problem is, before you executed the brilliant plan, you got thrown into a pile of trash and took like 12 points of damage. Okay, I think it was 8, but still.
And I'm still not healed fully. Well, my hit points are, but not my stamina.
Yeah.
Well, if you would like to have spent one of your willpower points while you were out there waiting for them to let you into the bar, you did have some interrupted time to rest, which would refill your stamina.
I forget how willpower points work. What all are they useful for?
You use them for abilities, you use them for healing, you use them to not die if you go to 0 hit points.
I guess I could probably just use it when things get a little more dire, because I'm not that
I would use it
seriously
now so that you don't have to use it later.
Oh, resolve points. That's what they're called, not
resolve points.
Not willpower points.
Okay, I'll do that. But how do
I'll remind you, you do have to have to rest and refill your stamina, you have to take a 10-minute break, meaning that you have to have 10 minutes of uninterrupted time where you are able to rest and recover. I'm going to just assume that, or say that you had that amount of time after being thrown into the garbage while you waited for them to scope out inside. So you then subtract 1 of your resolve points and you set your stamina to full.
Okay. And Hero Lab just kicked me out. So I'll do that as soon as I get back in.
Cool. And so, yeah, you do need a full 10 minutes of uninterrupted time. So that means you can't, wait for it to be more dire, as in you're being shot in the face and decide you want your stamina points. Because they're not going to stop shooting you in the face for 10 minutes so that you can do that.
Hey guys, let me take a knee!
Yeah. So anyway, would you like to continue, Rebecca? You guys were able to get inside the Fusion Queen. You met May. May was not super enthused about you being there.
But she loves me so much she went along with it anyway.
Womp womp.
Well, something. And Lynn screamed. We stormed the castle.
Lynn didn't. Well, Lynn did scream at the dead bodies.
Yes.
Which, something I should probably have impressed upon you guys a little bit more was just how loud and crowded the Fusion Queen was. Because even though, looking at the map, it looks empty. It's not anymore because everybody panicked and ran out the door, but was extremely loud and crowded, full of people dancing and partying and generally just doing the nightclubbing thing.
There were a lot of witnesses.
Yeah. But also, that's part of why Lynn was starting to have a bit of a panic attack. Was just very loud, very crowded, not her kind of place at all.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everyone panicked, fled the room, and then you guys have all charged to a set of double doors, which you believe to be the entrance into the back area where the rest of the gang members are. May kicked the door down and... Go ahead.
And Speedy Guy was dancing on the table, and then he kicked a guy in the face. Well, it kicked a guy in the face.
Yes! Woo!
Yep, so that pretty much catches us back up. So now that we're caught up to the present, we're actually going to rewind to the past and ignore all of that stuff that happened. So, Speedy Die,
Yeah!
you are in the room. It's been about an hour or so since your finger was broken in half.
That still hurts.
Yeah, it definitely does still hurt. It's been bandaged up, but not quote unquote healed, despite the fact that Ferrani Nadaz could very easily just stick a healing serum in your shoulder and completely fix the issue. But it has at least been bandaged. And she's been kind of alternating between tasks of running her gang and yelling at various subordinates and coming over and talking to you very creepily. So at this point, she is back in her seat over here, using her computer terminal. Lizard guy is still just kind of standing in a corner. He doesn't talk much. You actually haven't heard him say anything yet. But best you can figure out, for some reason or another, he is very dedicated to Ferrani. So then, a guy comes running in. Let's see if I can find a guy. The goblin. It's not a goblin.
Aw, the goblins are so cute.
I have too many character images. Here we go. Finally. So a guy comes running in, and then he looks at you. He looks like he's about to say something, but he looks at you, and then he comes back around the corner and whispers something in Ferrani's ear. And as soon as he does, she just like shoves him over against the wall and says, and shouts, "Get out! Of course, I knew that. Ugh!" And so he goes like running out as fast as he can. Clearly lucky, clearly happy to still have his genitals intact. And so Ferrani comes over and says, "Well, sweetheart, it looks like Mommy's got some business to take care of. You'll behave while Mommy's gone, won't you?"
Of course, Mother dearest.
"Good," and she pets you on the head. "Now, I'll only be gone for a little bit. There are some bad men who need to be taken care of." So she looks at Hatchbuster, the lizard guy next to her, and says, "All right, Hatchbuster, let's go." And she leaves through this door. Yeah. And then a few minutes later, presumably ordered to do so by Ferrani, a couple of guards kind of come in from the other room and just stand there awkwardly staring at you.
Well, my fine gents, how are you guys today?
Could be better, could be worse, I suppose.
Someone once told me that that's not really a real answer, but go ahead and tell me, what is it that's bothering you? What's making today worse than it could be?
Well, something's got Ferrani in a bit of a tizzy, and once that happens, usually somebody ends up missing their head by the end of the day. Just hoping it won't be me this time.
Tell me about it.
Was that?
Implying it's happened before?
Every dang day.
Implying it's happened to him before?
No, he's just hoping this time it won't be him.
I know, I was just being a pain.
Tell me about it. So, okay, if we're going to be stuck here, give me some names, okay? I don't want to just call you like Thing 1 and Thing 2. So, what's your names, guys?
Funny you should say that. That's actually our names.
You're kidding! That's great! Oh my gosh!
I know, my mother...
I love you guys.
We're actually twins. Our mother was super into Dr. Seuss.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool!
Yeah,
I love it.
In this world.
She really thought she was funny. It's been really awkward since forever. It's better than our younger brother, though. You know what she named him?
Ooh, I'm scared to know. What?
She named him What's It To Ya? Yeah, so that made his life interesting. Every time somebody asks, "What's your name?" He's like, "What's it to ya?" Not great.
How many fist fights has that kid got himself into with that?
Well, one too many considering he's dead now.
Oh man, I'm sorry. That's rough.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, thanks for understanding. What's your name? She just keeps calling you sweetheart or baby cheeks.
Yeah, so neither of those are my name. You might have heard of me. I'm a little bit famous. I am the one and only Spewty Die. HoloTube. I do a lot of stuff on HoloTube. I've done a couple little plugs here and there for some advertisements, trying to break into the bigger stage eventually. But, HoloTube, it's just got a special place in my heart to me.
Really?
Shout out to all my fans out there.
Yeah, I mean, I get on HoloTube sometimes. I don't think I've heard of you, really. I tend to watch more, like, game shows and extreme sports.
Yeah, well, I tend to have a more of a advertisement base. Those a lot of more people hear about those. But you should check mine out. Trust me, it is just as intense sports and just as much fun as those game shows. But imagine all of the best parts of both mashed into one with a beautiful face like mine. Trust me, it will change your life.
That does sound great. And he pulls out his communicator, and the screen fades out, and it fades back in to the three of you. You're untied, still sitting in your chair, and the two guys are on either side of you, and they've wheeled in like a medium-sized TV screen, and the three of you are all watching some random scene. What's going on in this random video that they've pulled up?
All right, so in this video, I have found
doing the Will It Taco Challenge.
Yes. So I have my friend who is a cat, and we are doing the Will It Taco Challenge.
No, your friend is a goblin.
Right, my goblin who is named Cat.
Did you name it Cat? I believe I wrote this down. Let me see.
I don't remember. It's something like that.
You have a quote-unquote pet space goblin named Mr. Poopy Pants.
There we go, Mr. Poopy Pants. Yes.
And your flying camera is named Yo Mama.
Yeah, yep. So, Mr.
Also,
Poopy Pants
I have your real name on here, but I'm not going to tell anybody what it is.
Dun dun dun!
Is it Bartholomew?
No.
Yeah. But anyways, so we're doing the Will It Taco Challenge, and Mr. Poopy Pants is not having a problem with anything, and is voting that everything can taco. And I am trying to convince him that this is not true, and many things should not be made into a taco.
Alright. The guys are just laughing their butts off, and you are all three of you are enjoying yourselves. You hear the sound of a door from outside, so somebody seems to be entering the room directly outside of the room you are currently in.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I'm assuming that means you don't have any particular plans in place. So I'm just going to move forward.
Not really. I mean, is it, like, dangerous? Like, I don't know. It seems like there'd be more or less people in there. Do I think that it's my mom? I feel like it's probably not mom.
You don't
But can I
know.
say... So can I say that one of the things that we were trying to Will It Taco was some, like, really good drugs? And, the guys are kind of, like, curious about that, and I'm like, you know what, guys? If you want, trust me, those really were some really good drugs. And I'm like, you guys, we can all try it, and we'll do, like, our own taco challenge, and it would be fantastic. Trust me, change your life.
Yeah, that actually sounds great. I believe we have some of the, I don't know, what are these drugs called, Anna? Space Ludes?
Space Ludes and, Sparkle Poppers.
There we go. I think we actually have some of those. They're pretty popular with the clientele here. We could probably get a hold of some.
Nice!
And then door sound.
Uh-oh. Yeah, nope, I don't have a plan.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. I wanted to give you a chance to act before I just immediately moved things forward. Alright,
Yep,
so
okay.
coming in through the door, unsurprisingly, Ronnie dies. She is completely covered in blood, just still dripping off of her, and she has a vicious smile on her face. So these two guys immediately just, like, kind of step away and go into, like, I don't know, the gangster version of attention. And she comes up to you.
They're just doing Charlie Angels at either side of me.
They're just both doing the dab.
Yeah, there you go. And so she comes up to you, dripping blood, and she says, "Well, Mommy took care of it," and she kisses you on the forehead, leaving an enormous bloody kiss mark that's dripping down your face. And she looks at she looks at the other two and she says, "Thing 1, fetch me a towel. Thing 2, status report. How'd it go?" And he's like, well, good. The prisoner, I mean, not the prisoner, your son is still here. We had a good time, right, Spooty Die? Good time?
Oh yeah, the best time. Mom, thing 1 and thing 2, these guys, they're lit. They're real lit.
Yeah, thing 1 is leaving already. Lizard Guy takes up his position by the door, as always. She's like, well, good. I was hoping you three would get along. And she goes and sits down over here, back on her chair, and thing 1 comes back in with a towel, hands it to her, and she starts wiping off her face, and she says, well, that's one less contestant to the crown. That should about take care of it. Well, Spooty Die, or well, Honey Cheeks, or Baby Cheeks. That's what I said she called you. Well, Baby Cheeks, looks like things are set up for the three of us, for the two of us. We're gonna live. I know. I'm just like all over the place. Yeah, who's your dad? That's a good question. It was Hatchbuster. You're half lizard and half crazy.
Who's your daddy?
Yo mama.
Yo mama.
So she's like, well, it looks like things are set up. The two of us are going to be able to live quite comfortably here. You know, nobody believed I could take over this gang and run it, but, oh, they have found out otherwise the hard way. Well, glad to see you behaved yourself while I was gone. I hope I can trust you not to run off again. You worried Mother very badly. I wouldn't want a repeat of last time.
Of course, Mother dearest, I would never want to do anything to worry you. You've been far too kind to me.
Oh, it's nothing. Anything for my Schnookapops. And she kind of pats you on your cheeks. Yeah. So, from there, after she cleans off, she kind of just like sits down at the desk for a minute, and thing 1 and thing 2 both take off, and she looks at you like she's about to ask you a question when she just kind of stops. And just, she doesn't move, she doesn't speak. Kind of weird. She gets like this vacant look in her eyes.
It's a defense mechanism! Sorry. I'm gonna kind of like wave my hand in front of her face a little bit.
Okay. She doesn't respond, and you hear a gruff voice from behind you that says, she does this sometimes. It'll pass. And you look behind. It's the first time you've heard Hatchbuster speak.
Daddy! Huh. So that's, how often does this happen? Like, is this something I'm gonna need to, like, be worried about? Like, should she not drive?
She already doesn't drive much, but no, she shouldn't. It's ended badly a couple of times. She didn't used to do this very often, but it's getting worse, to be honest.
Huh. Well, that's, unfortunate.
And then she just, like, coughs, and then she's like, oh, so, sweetheart, since you've behaved yourself so well, anything I can get for you? You mentioned some drugs. I know you always did like those, she says as if she was talking about ice cream.
You're right, Mummy. That is my favorite. I was wondering if I could, thing 1 and thing 2 were really, really interested in trying out this challenge that I did for my HoloTube channel. I was really hoping that, I could kind of give them that experience.
Oh, yeah, that's right, your channel. And she opens a drawer and pulls out a tiny little hover camera with this giant, like, you know those things they put on cars so they can't drive? It's like one of those somehow clipped to the camera.
Your mama! What did you do to her?
Well, she wouldn't stop buzzing around and chirping, so I just made her stay still. She should be okay, I think. Probably. And she pulls out a key and unlocks it, and the thing does indeed whir to life and immediately hides behind your head and starts, like, vibrating.
It's okay, your mama. I've got you now.
Alright, well, you're free to go. Now, I will have to insist, at least until we're ready to go home, that you stay here. Probably shouldn't bother the patrons, so as long as you stay out in that room out there, she points to the door that she left through, and don't go any further, I think everything should be okay. And so she pats you on the knee and says, "Have a good time, dearie."
Thank you, Mummy. And I'm going to start walking.
Okay, as you kind of go patch Hatchbuster, he hands you a cloth.
A cloth. Yes, thank you. I
And
take
then-
it and wipe it off my face.
Yeah. Alright, and then he opens the door.
Get tested for everything.
I'm always tested for everything.
Alright, you come out. Thing 1 and Thing 2 are like, "Hey! Spew!" Or, I don't know. What do you generally go by? What's your, like, short name? Because the die is way too long. The Die Guy? There we go. Hey!
Yeah,
Die!
Hey, Thing 1, Thing 2. Who's your buddy?
Oh, this is, Jason Voorhees.
Cool. We're gonna call him JV. Hey, JV.
Hello. I'm Jason Voorhees. This is the correct accent for his character.
I think we're gonna get along real well with this guy.
Yeah, do you want some Space Russian space vodka?
Oh, dude, like space Russian space vodka, my jam.
Oh, mine too. Let's do shots. Okay.
Yes, let's get wasted.
So, cuts to like half an. It's text comes up and it says half an hour later, and it's like y'all dancing and doing body shots and drinking and taking drugs out of taco shells, and just like loud music is playing, and the camera kind of pans over and you can see Ferrani Nadaz standing in the doorway, looking rather affectionately at you, but also very creepily. And then it cuts to like 2 hours later, and Jason Voorhees is like barely even still in his chair. He's like half slumped over. You're up on the table, dancing. How much of your clothing is still on? That's the real question. How much of anyone's clothing is still on? Is the real question.
Yeah, so I have
the testing thing earlier. Chances are that Spewdy Die is having so many group parties. You're getting tested like every 2 or 3 months, right?
Or never, because they are an android.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
can't.
they are an android. I don't think they catch human bugs.
They could catch a virus.
Womp womp womp.
I got antivirus.
Yeah. You have you have McAfee. Every half an hour your CPU is just like 80% used by scanning, and you can barely even talk. Anyway,
Which one do you?
so
As far
let's
as the
get to the
clothing
question
goes,
at hand.
I requested one of the dancers' outfits.
Okay.
So I now have one of the dancers' outfits on. I've also managed to get them to put a poll on the table. So I now am definitely enjoying the table and the poll. And most of them, probably don't have much on either. We may or may have not have done like some, like games. And yeah,
Obviously, the
so,
pool spins.
oh yeah. Oh, trust me, I am very talented on that pole.
All right.
So yeah, that's how much clothing is on. Not much.
Alright, I should describe this room. It is a large storeroom filled with supplies for the bar outside, including bottles of hard alcohol, kegs of beer, and boxes of food and recreational stimulants. One corner holds amplifiers, musical instruments, and costumes for the club's entertainers. So literally everything you just mentioned is right where you need it in this storeroom. And then, of course, the single door stands in the north wall.
Yeah.
So you're there dancing and having a good time, clapping and laughing all around, when suddenly there's a loud bang noise. The door is kicked open and you see two Lashinta with a giant robot standing behind them, and you can just barely between one of the Lashinta's legs see a furry little rat.
Yeah. So I am going to gently kick thing 1 and thing 2.
Gently kick them.
Well, I mean, at this point, they're not exactly doing great staying upright anyways.
Well, Jason Voorhees is actually the worst player. They are like jump up and reach for blasters that should be at their belts. Which blasters are at their belts? They're just their belts aren't at their waists.
Yep.
But they are clearly intent on doing violence.
Yeah.
However, you do have a moment to disarm the situation if you don't want to immediately go to shooting.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I don't know. Okay, so since I already said that I kicked them, I feel like I probably kind of have to.
Okay, so you just push.
You kick them in the side of the head and be like, "Stop it! We're all friends here!"
You could just kind of kick them out of harm's way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna kick them just enough to get them get their attention, and be like, "Hey, guys, wait! These guys are friends."
They're friends? You're not supposed to have anybody back here, though, I thought.
No, it's okay. I talked to Mom, and she thought I might be getting lonely. Not to mention, guys, remember the channel? These guys are from the channel!
Oh, right, you showed the recent one. That's the Lashinta with the girlfriend from the interview.
Yeah! Isn't she as hot as I said she was? Oh my gosh.
I want to say yes, but it feels creepy with her standing there.
Yeah, that's true. So I was thinking that maybe we could take this party somewhere where there's a little bit more room.
Yeah, to the dance floor, which is empty for some reason. That's weird.
Yeah, or even better, I've got this amazing hotel, and trust me, there are some really cool people there, and some of the best drugs you have ever had. Trust me, I had some of these cyborg drugs, and oh my gosh, I thought I was never gonna wake up. It was fantastic. So I was thinking that we could just go there, pop out for an hour, and then we could be back before Mom even noticed.
Well, I mean, I would wanna, but, Ferrari said not to let you leave this room, and she scares me. By the way, Kiva, May, Rek, any of you doing anything beyond just, watching Spewdy Die talk to people on a table?
Well,
considering we were expecting a gunfight
into the room, and then with nothing going on, I'm just really confused.
May will kind of follow you into the room, and she's like, this is not what I expected.
By the way, Speedy Diane is still kind of dancing a little bit. Like, he's kind of still going up and down the pole a bit.
May, looks at her own outfit, and she seems to be more embarrassed about wearing it now that she's seen you in it than she was just from wearing it.
That's because I make everything look darling.
I'm standing behind Butterfly trying to get a view. But I just can't, even, because she's hulking.
Yeah.
What's going on in there?
It appears that a mostly naked android is dancing on the table while speaking to 3 gang members.
One of the gang members is about to puke.
Yeah, this guy's like, I'm down. Jason Voorhees, this guy, goes like, I'm down to plomp.
Come on, guys. It'll be great. Have I ever steered you wrong?
Come on, what's going on?
Where's unconscious? There we go. Let's do this one. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like a big risk to just leave our posts. And go ahead and roll, what would it be, like bluff or kind of your choice of applicable skills.
Alright, I have to log into Hero Lab because it kicked me out because it didn't like us.
Yeah, so bluff would work. You could use diplomacy. Even though I feel like bluff is the most directly applicable here.
Oh, ow. Oh. Let's see. Yeah, I'm good with bluff.
Okay. Also, speaking of which, everybody needs to give themselves 100 XP from the guys at the door. I forgot to give you the XP for taking them out.
So I got 25.
Okay. So, between the drugs and just your incredible charisma, you're like, you know what, you're right. Probably won't notice us if we're just gone for like a little while. We should grab some drugs for the road. And they go, and one of them just like grabs a big bag full of like pills.
Yeah. Dude, you think you're my kind of guy. You think like me. Alright, let's go.
Alright, let's go to this place for the party. And I put him behind Kima. I learned to flirg. And they start like wobbling their way.
I guess I'm going to go to help. Well, I guess they're going fine.
Alright, let me see.
I turn to May and ask if she's coming.
So everybody gets 150 XP for those 3 guys. So 100 for the guys at the door and 150 for the 3 guys. Sorry, Rebecca, to interrupt you. What are you doing?
Turning to May and being like, you better be coming with us.
Our mission...
She's not sitting here.
As much as I'm glad that Speedy Die has been returned, our mission isn't quite over yet. At least mine isn't.
We were supposed to kill someone.
I thought we were just supposed to wreck the club.
No.
We kind of did.
Right, you scared a bunch of people. Wrecked their club. I mean, you haven't even gone out and broken bottles or anything yet. And also, you were asked to take out Ferrani Nadaz.
Is that Mom?
Yes, that's Mom.
Okay. So we're supposed to kill your mama.
Don't kill your mama!
Alright.
Just got her back!
Okay, so these guys, as they were walking out the door, took, like, more drugs and passed out.
Cool. I'm going to hide them somewhere.
Did you just shove them in the coat closet?
Yeah, I'm going to shove them in the coat closet.
Okay.
I also may or may not have gotten slightly attached to them and don't want to see them dead.
Okay, well, you're lucky because they pass out, like, right as they see the two dead bodies by the door, and they're about to say something when they just, like, start foaming at the mouth and flop over.
So,
Yeah,
well,
I'm gonna, like, just
they're taking
probably
care
just
of
make sure they're not dying. But,
So
Yeah.
were we supposed to wreck the place on top of killing her?
No, we're supposed to kill the person. Okay. So, well,
They're the two
I'm
dead
gonna
people.
hide the dead bodies in this booth.
You're not just gonna put them also in the coat? In the coat,
Well, I don't want to put the dead ones in with the live ones in case we forget which ones are dead and which ones are alive.
That's a good point.
I mean, legitimate concern.
You could always just hide them in the alley around the corner. Or back in the trash where you guys were hiding.
There we go. I'm hiding them in the trash where we're hiding. And while they do that, I kick them and say, "See how much you like it."
No one's called the cops, right?
We don't know.
Alright, so you've done all that. That's been about like 5 to 6 minutes. You also put Jason Voorhees in the closet, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay,
We should
so
put the dead bodies in the bathroom on the stall.
Put the dead bodies in the bathroom. You can put one of them in the bathroom, I guess.
Yeah,
There is
have
no
fun doing
bathroom.
that wreckage.
They're only 4 times as big as you are.
I just prop him up on the toilet in the thinker pose.
well, the
Put a
biggest
sign around his
downside
neck.
to your plan is that there is no bathroom.
Oh. Where do people go to do stuff?
It's called the alley.
No, he meant, like, mess around. Probably the booth.
Heck, the kind of place it is, they probably just do it on faith sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if you remember earlier, May was asking what those two people were doing, quote unquote. So,
Mm-hmm.
alright, so you guys have reconvened after dragging dead bodies around for 10 minutes.
Do we hear any sirens yet?
No. You do hear gunshots, but that's pretty normal for this neighborhood. You've heard those every once in a while, just all the time.
Alright, so Mama is back in B4, right? Mom?
I don't know. Have you asked Beauty Dye?
Alright, so, thank you guys for rescuing me. I assume that's the main reason you're here, but if you're here to rescue me, why aren't we leaving?
Also, Speedy Die, you have an arm missing still.
Yeah, also, can I please have my arm back? I can see it sticking out of your
maybe.
bag.
I might just keep it. I like that it has a mute button.
Wait, you muted my arm? Oh my god!
She didn't say she muted it. She didn't say she muted it. Just found it.
Yeah, maybe. I definitely muted your arm.
Besides, think how useful it could be if we ever get separated from you.
We're whispering.
Think how useful it could be if we ever get separated from you.
It doesn't talk to his consciousness.
It doesn't help.
Knows where he was. But on the plus
Give me
side,
my arm back.
your arm and I uploaded a HoloTube video for you.
I'm terrified now. Please give me my arm back.
You should just
My
My
slap
body is
Speedy Die in the-
tired of being lopsided. My perfect symmetry is ruined.
Yeah, I wonder how
I
dancing
guess
on.
Speedy Die is not back. Okay.
Thank you. What did Wreckage say?
As soon as you plug your arm in, you're just immediately overwhelmed with like a sense of frustration and anger from your arm having been muted for quite some time.
I have to go record a video. I'm going to walk away and record it.
Wait. We're looking for someone. Do you know where they're at?
I'm recording a video.
We wait for you to
Later.
record the video.
So I'm going to go pout in a corner and record a very ranty video for a bit. Probably only be like 5 minutes.
Well, she's
Well,
not
that's
in
a
here,
short
so I
rant.
think she's in the back room, guys. Should we head to the back room and try to storm the
Bastion.
bastion, as it were?
Somebody says, I suppose so. We can only hope we still have the element of surprise, though. Has been some time since the room was vacated by guards. I don't know if they're supposed to check in or anything, but we might not have erased any suspicions. Lynn is just like, I'll
Let's
stay
just go
back
kill
here.
shit. Whatever the S word is. Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah. Bad baby. Frack.
Yeah. Let's just go kill Frack.
And you go charging in.
Leroy J. No, just.
Jenkins.
I'm gonna just take off toward the door, but not go in it. I'm just trying to get somebody to head over there, which in this case is me.
Alright, Sparky joins you.
All right.
You guys can't be in the same square.
Well, I got there first.
Fine. You're
Not on my screen.
Well, I was supposed to have been there first. I just hadn't moved myself yet.
Okay.
Because I took off after I said that.
Doesn't count.
So, as you approach the door, a slot in the door slides open, and a round metallic object comes rolling out of it, beeping loudly. If everybody would like to give me a reflex save.
It's /R, right?
It's /R.
I'm assuming since I am still recording my video in the corner, I don't need to roll a reflex save.
Yeah, no, you're nowhere near. So I will need one for you and one for Sparky, by the way, Wayne.
Okay. What did I do wrong? There we go. So that's mine. And I'm not sure what Sparky's reflex is. It just kicked me out.
It should be on his sheet, same as yours.
Yeah, I just have to get to it. Okay, +1, so not the same as mine.
I'm just saying it's going to be in the same place as yours.
Okay.
On your sheet, same as yours.
Yeah. No,
Not that the value will be the same.
Und das ist Sparky.
Cool. Alright, and Kima already went. Cool. So, Wreckage, you're able to throw yourself down just before the explosion. However, Kima and Sparky, you do not succeed. So you guys are both going to take... Come on, type. 3 points of damage. And Wreckage, you are only going to take 2 points of damage because you saved for half. However, that was not a very good explosion. Clearly the grenade managed to roll into like those garbage cans to the left, so most of the impact of the explosion seems to have been reduced. And then the slide's closed again.
Well, Butterfly, I guess you should blow it up. Since she seems to be the most likely one to be able to actually blow it up.
So she says, alright, complying. She walks in front of the door and levels her guns and blasts into it. And yeah, this door was clearly not made to resist 2 large cannons firing directly into it. And it blasts open in a shower of splinters. However, clearly, blah, 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 prepared for exactly this sort of thing to happen. A hail of laser fire immediately follows it, and we enter initiative. So, I need everybody to roll for me.
Do I need to roll?
Only if you're planning on joining the fighting.
I mean, probably
if you're still pouting, then no.
Well, I probably heard the explosion, and I'm like, and I closed up my video, and I'm gonna jog over there.
Okay, cool. Then you will be there starting... how fast... Yeah, you can't just go over there. Get yourself back in the corner. Right, you can move your speed each turn. You know how that works. Right. So, Rebecca and Wayne, you both got 19. Let's see what your enemies get. Ah, that is not typing where it's supposed to be. Wow, good job. So they got a 7. They rolled 1. That was terrible. Looks like you guys are getting lucky there. And then let's see what May and Butterfly get.
I rolled for Sparky as well, if he needed to be separate.
No, his is at yours.
Okay.
Where is... There it is, +3. Alright, so Butterfly got an 18. And May got a 16. So it looks like what is your Dex, Wreckage?
4.
Okay, and what is Kima's Dex? Also, I want the actual number, not the bonus, Wayne.
Mine is 12.
No, that went well.
18.
Okay, so it looks like it's going to be Wreckage, and then Kima, and then May, and then Butterfly, and then Speedy Die, and then your enemies. Alright, we have an order. Alright, Wreckage, you're up first.
Okay. I'm going to tell Sparky with my brain to roll in there, guns blazing, at everything that moves. Can I basically do that?
I don't know. how much your communication is like non-verbal at this point, but probably, or at least the equivalent of that. Let's see, what's his move? Probably plenty. So he can get to, let's say here. Is that where you want him?
Where? I was going to his character sheet and missed where you put him.
Here, you move him. It's your character.
Here? Is that
where you want him?
Yeah, I was just going to drop him like there, but here works. That's
well,
better.
If you put him directly in front of him, he's going to be providing cover to anyone trying to shoot the guy.
Okay. Okay, then that's where I tell him to go.
Cool. He goes there. He still has his attack action if you'd like to take it.
Yep. And pulling up his weapons. Every time I switch character, it kicks me out. So, hang on just a second. Okay. How do I know what I add to my attack? Because I don't see anything.
I think you already went over this. It should be right by the weapon, and it'll say something like ranged plus a number, and then damage, and then a die.
Yeah, so it's got level is one column, and it has 1, and then damage is next to it, and it's 1d8F.
Well, that means it's fire and does 1d8. Which page are you
a little
on?
dice thing on the side. It'll show you everything. Mm-hmm. No, the dice.
Here?
Yes.
That's not dice. It's if I want to sell it.
Okay, I don't know where you're looking, Wayne, but it says, under play, for Sparky, laser rifle azimuth, ranged plus 2, damage, 1d8F.
Got it. Okay. I was looking under equipment instead of down there. Anyway. Cool. Now I know what to do. So can he fire both guns?
No, he moved, so he's only going to be able to fire once. And if you want to do a full round action to fire twice, you can do that, but both attacks are at a -4.
Okay. Well, I'll just do one. And he's shooting at the closest enemy.
Okay. That is not going to hit.
Gosh darn it.
So Sparky rolls in and he goes, I will comply, master! And he just starts shooting randomly, and he shoots a piece of paper that's fluttering through the air, and he shoots a chair that's falling over, and he shoots a television screen that has a person on it. He's shooting things that are moving, but not the ones you wanted him to shoot.
Yikes.
You did say to roll in there and shoot anything that moves.
Okay, so I assume I can go around the corner. Be here?
If you want to, or if you want to stay where you are and keep your cover, you can shoot around the corner into the room.
Is this person going to be in the way, though?
No.
Okay, then I shall do that. I'll peek around the corner and shoot at this person.
Okay.
And I got to switch back to rack. There we go. All right. So that's my arc pistol.
All right, that'll hit.
Okay. And
well,
then,
are you shooting once or twice?
Just once.
Okay. Cool. That'll hit.
Okay.
Oh no, you did 1 damage. Oh,
wow,
you're
nice.
so hurt.
It's electric damage. I think. Cool. It's got an E next to it.
Yep. That would be... Actually, that would just be energy, I think, but whatever, it's close enough.
Okay.
So yeah, you shoot around the corner, and you manage to kind of just catch a corner of his armor, and it crawls up and zaps him on the neck a little bit. Yeah.
Ooh. You know what I really should have done?
What?
I should have thrown a shock grenade in there.
Yeah, that went well last time somebody threw a grenade at an enemy. It definitely didn't bounce back and hit Beauty Die and Kima.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It was when they were fighting the goblins. And then
Yeah, I was
I'm going to
teasing.
go ahead and say this real quick. I'm going to assume, unless you say otherwise before you attack, that you're only attacking once. So if you don't tell me you're attacking...
What?
If you don't tell me that you're going to attack twice, I'm going to assume you're only attacking once. So, if you don't tell me, you're just going to get the single attack. Just so that you're forewarned.
Okay, but if we do a double attack, it's at a negative.
Yeah. But you get to attack twice. So, there are trade-offs.
Okay.
But I think that's the fairest way to do it. That way you don't roll and be like, oh, I rolled super high. Yeah, I totally was attacking twice.
Okay.
Alright. So, Wreckage. That would be it for your turn, I'm assuming. Do you have any standard actions that you'd still like to do? Or move actions, I guess, technically? Because you used your standard actions. Alright, Kima, it is your turn now.
Hang on while I re-log in again. Okay. And I can move through Butterfly, right?
Yep. You can't end your turn in the same space as Butterfly, but you can move through allied spaces.
Okay. Where do I find my move distance? I thought I knew where it was, but then it's not there. Oh, there it is.
If you got
speed and regular speed. Got it. I did know it was. I just was looking for it to be laid out different. 40. That should be plenty. I'm going to use the Pain Claw with the sedative on Walrus Face.
I mean, he's a lizard face, but okay.
It looks kind of like a walrus, so I don't care. Okay.
Wait a minute, is that Daddy?
Yes, that's Daddy.
Not actually his dad. Nobody actually ever said that.
Okay. This is tier 1. So it is going to deal...
There we go. That's what he looks like. See? Lizard face.
1d4 damage.
I don't see what you're talking about.
Should have shown you.
Really?
Okay. I need to do this. Oop.
Ah, thing popped up. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, look, it's a lizard. With a scar. And a scowl. And a scalp.
And there's Ferrani Nadaz.
Ah! Put it away! Put it away!
Alright, Kima?
My eyes!
Melee plus 5 means that when I roll, I get a plus 5.
You're kind of far away to be doing melee to anybody.
No, that's why I said I moved.
Okay, well, you need to move.
I was gonna let you move while I looked up shit.
Is that where
Move her, slave!
Is that where you wanted to move to, just like directly in front of him?
Not really. There we go.
Okay.
20 plus 5.
If you guys want to just click on the things in Hero Lab, I trust you.
You do?
Yep. I mean, it's nice for like initiative and whatnot, so that I can see it in the chat. But it might save some time if we just use the Roll20 rolls for the most part.
What happens in this game when you crit? Does it matter?
Yes, so when you crit, there should be an extra effect on your weapon if it has a critical effect. So it should say something like 1d4 damage plus 1d6 burning in parentheses. The stuff in parentheses is your crit.
Okay. I don't see a parentheses, so I guess this one doesn't have a crit range?
See. Yep, it does not appear that the Pain Claw has a critical effect.
Okay.
Which
I'm assuming 25 hits.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
So...
And don't forget to add in the extra damage for your sedative.
Okay, so 9 damage plus, I believe it was a D4. Yeah, D4. Nope. There we go. So 10.
Nice.
Very useful.
Well, you know, extra damage is extra damage. So, let's see what that leaves him at.
Way too much health.
Way too much health. Right. Yes, he is still up. Oh, show. Yeah, so that is Kima. Next is Butterfly, who is going to just take a 5-foot step to here. And Butterfly is going to try to shoot. Why not? Everybody will just pile in on poor Hatchbuster there.
Poor guy. He's probably a nice guy. Just in the wrong employ.
Butterfly is going to fire at Hatchbuster with the artillery laser. And miss. That's it for Butterfly's turn. May is going to step up to the doorway. And she's going to... I believe she has a pistol. Let's see.
She puts her clothes back on.
Bum, bum, bum.
You wish.
Wait, what? Isn't May the one that was stripping? No.
Yeah.
Never mind.
May was the one who was dancing.
May was the one that was dancing, yeah.
Dancing does not necessarily imply stripping.
In this place?
Alright, let's see if she can hit. Nope.
Jeez.
Yep, so that's it for y'all's turn. Oh, Speedy Die. Now it's your turn.
Yes, I am going to...
I believe you have a 30-foot move.
20.
You have a 20-foot move?
Yes. I've got a speed 20 feet.
Oh, okay. So you can get to here.
I'm gonna get to there.
Unless you run.
That's right. Do you want to run? Because then you can move
Yes.
40 feet.
Yes, and get
You're going to try to. Well, the question is, when Spewdy Die gets here, which side is Spewdy Die going to be on?
That's a good question. We'll find out.
Speedy Die's like, I actually did love Mom this whole time.
Oh, that's the end of this.
Stockholm Syndrome!
Alright, so,
It's funny you said
Hatchbuster.
that, because I've been watching the latest season of Series of
Wayne, will you
Unfortunate
be
Events.
quiet? This has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, it does.
Nobody
And
cares,
there's-
Wayne.
There's all
So,
of this reverse
Hatchbuster
Stockholm syndrome
says,
thing going on.
you're gonna get it now! And pulls out 2 grenades in either hand and throws them directly at May.
What? Okay, then you can put it in the trash.
Let's see how his aim is. Good. Okay, so he actually does get it in the square where he wants it. 15-foot range. Kima, you're out of it, but Sparky, Rek, May, and Butterfly all need to give me reflex saves. Okay, May definitely saved for half. The 27.
I got a 25.
Okay.
I like Hero Lab. It rolls high.
Sometimes. And sometimes not.
Hero Lab giveth, and Hero Lab taketh away. So anyway, while it's quiet, there's this whole like reverse Stockholm syndrome
Okay,
thing
so,
between Sunny.
Wayne, I still need one for Sparky.
Oh,
He just wants Sparky to die.
Okay, so Butterfly did not make it.
No, not Butterfly.
6.
Cool. Sparky did
Aiza.
not make it either. So, May and Rek, you both managed to duck out of the worst of it. But then Sparky and Butterfly are going to take... Oops.
Did
That would've been
Sparky and
bad.
Butterfly sacrifice themselves and throw themselves on the grenades?
There we go. Sparky and Butterfly are both, we will save the users. And Sparky is like, with muffins! And he puts a muffin on his face and face plants into the grenades.
Aww. Just starting to like that guy.
For a whole 4 damage. Man, grenades in Starfinder suck.
I know.
So, yeah, Sparky and Butterfly are both going to take 4 damage. Rek and May are both going to take 2 damage.
Rick, did you add your 2 damage?
I shall be.
Alright, and then Ferrani Nadaz is going to peek her head up over the desk where she's hiding. And
How much damage did Sparky take?
4.
4.
Okay.
Ferrani the Dodge is peeking up.
And she is about to open fire. So
How do we heal Wreck? I mean, how do we heal Sparky? Goodness.
It doesn't matter right now.
pretty much it's similar to the way that you heal yourself. You actually can use healing items, and then you can also use UPBs when you have time.
Okay.
So Frying the Daz is going to try to shoot at I guess out of everyone she can see, probably Kima. With her tactical semi-auto pistol. So let's see. Oh, up to 20. Boop. And definitely hits. So Kima, you are going to take always do that. Boop. 6 damage.
Hey.
And then she's going to fire again. And I don't think a 10 is going to hit you. So...
Me?
Yeah.
No.
So you just took more damage than the robot that threw himself on the bomb.
Yeah, like I said, grenades in Starfinder kind of suck. Alright, so that brings us back around to Wreckage. A slightly singed Wreckage.
Slightly singed.
There we go.
Okay, so what was it I would need to do to help Sparky? Because his health is really low.
There is nothing you can do in the midst of combat.
Okay.
Take out Ferroni Nadaz.
Well, I'm going to try to take out Ferroni Nadaz. So, get back to my character sheet.
Okay.
Come on, Internet, you can do it.
So on a critical hit, the weapon's damage is rolled twice. Plus any extra effects. So Rebecca, you can roll whatever your weapon damage is, 1d8, I think. Again, but it doesn't get your strength bonus twice. It's just as if your weapon went up from 1d8 to 2d8.
Okay.
So upon seeing Sparky take a muffined bomb to the face, he muffined it. He muffled it. He muffled it. Anyway, having seen that occur, I just yell, "No!" and I fire twice into the room at Mom.
Okay.
Nadaz. So my first one.
She has cover. Specifically, she doesn't have full cover. She has, I forget what it's between soft cover and full cover, but she has good cover, meaning she's already at a +4 to hit, and you're going to be taking a -4 to shoot twice. So if you fire twice at Ferroni Nadaz, you're effectively shooting at a -8.
Okay, Rek is an emotional idiot, so he's
I'm
going to
just
do
letting
it
you
anyway.
know.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
Cool.
He's an emotional idiot. He's just firing because he's angry.
Cool. Then give me the unadjusted values of what you get, and I'll tell you if it's high enough to hit Ferroni Nadaz with the -8.
Okay, 20.
Amazingly, yeah.
All right. So
And
the
then your
damage
second
for that one. Well, the damage for that one is 5 because I went ahead and rolled it. And then the second shot is a 10. So that does not hit anything. Well, it hits something, just not.
Yeah. It like bounces off of a mirror and shoots Sparky, killing him.
What?
Okay. That didn't actually happen. Kima.
I would have cried. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, Breck would. Oh, yeah. Anyway.
I am going to try to.
So Hatchbuster is like bleeding profusely from the giant gut wound that you gave him when you stabbed him with your claws with a critical hit.
I wasn't. Oh, I was trying to like knock him out like I did before.
So what? You stabbed him? These are claws. Well, where did you stab him? Like, no matter what you do with these, it's not like a nice little incision. It's like you take giant claws and you stab and rip into them. You just happen to have been doing so much damage that you've taken them out in one hit recently. And the end result was them bleeding but unconscious. None of these have been pretty. I don't know what you're picturing, but none of your things have been pretty. I mean, you stabbed a guy in the boing-loings.
not trying to be silly. Oh, I don't know.
Alright, are you gonna attack again?
Reminding myself that they don't die right away. Yes.
In the boing-loings.
21.
That will hit.
7.
Cool. He is...
I just have to say that boing-loings was a way better thing than I could come up with.
Womp womp. Alright, so another 10 damage.
Well, a total of 10 damage.
Yep. Okay. He is now 6 points past being killed, so... He is dead.
He dead.
Those 6 points are my non-lethal damage.
Well, no, because your 7 points were enough to kill him. He was 3 points from being dead.
I know, but I did non-lethal damage previously, and did non-lethal damage this time.
No, you have to end with non-lethal damage for it to knock them out instead of killing them.
Oh, so this game's different. Got it.
So in Starfinder, it doesn't matter whether it's lethal or non-lethal, all the damage goes through the same. But if the last points of damage are non-lethal, then they're unconscious. I guess
So
it's
since
fine.
she didn't
There's
react,
also
did
no
she change
zero
it?
in this game, so we'll just say sure. He is bleeding but unconscious on the ground. You feel better now?
Somewhat.
Cool. And then you still have your move action left if you'd like to move.
Sure, let's just put myself even more in the path of damage. Done.
Cool. Alright, that brings us to Butterfly, who's going to move over to here, I guess, and try to fire at Franny Nadaz. Probably fail again.
She blasted the door pretty well.
But when she can hit, she does a lot of damage. No, she rolled a 3. Good job, Butterfly. So May is going to quickly holster her pistol, draws out a sword cane from, again, you have no idea where, combat rolls over the desk to next to Farani Nadaz. See how that goes.
Oh boy.
What is her... Let's see. Uh, 11 actually. That's really good. It's a good thing she did what she did.
Girlfriend.
It's a good thing she has such a high bonus because she rolled a 1, which is the only thing keeping her from failing and falling on her face. But she clearly got tripped up on she slips slightly on a pool of Sputy Dye's finger blood as she's going past the chair, and barely manages to not fall on her face as she goes over next to Franny Nadaz. However, she will not be able to attack this round with a roll that bad.
Is Sputy Dye's blood or like oil?
I'm pretty sure it's like a thick white substance. Like goopy milk. It's basically like kefir.
Yeah.
Like the kefir mom used to make, the kind that was the same texture as snot.
That was so gross.
Thoughts, Sputy Dye?
I want it to be purple.
Okay, it's purple and the same texture as snot kefir.
Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of Spewdy Die, it's your turn now.
Okay, I am going to run to there.
Cool. You are now slightly closer to the combat. Yeah, so this is going great for Ani Nadaz so far. So she is going to, let's see, what does she have? Drop her pistol and try to attack you with her club. Now she is drawing a weapon, so free attack from both May and Kima.
Did you bring it over? Yeah. Is that? Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, May actually manages to hit this time.
May actually what?
Manages to hit this time. If anyone was listening, I just said that Ferrani Nadaz dropped her pistol and drew a club, and that elicited a free attack of opportunity from Kima and May.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So you have an attack of opportunity. Sorry, we had a distraction on this end.
Well,
Alright.
actually, my headphones went silent, so I had no idea what was going on.
So May actually manages to hit this time and scores a hit with her cane sword, doing 3 points of damage.
I got a 21, which I'm assuming hits,
Oh yeah.
and 5 damage.
Let's see. She's still up. So now, Ferrari Nadaz is going to double attack Kima. So... and miss horribly. Oh, and then crit you. Okay, so the second one is a crit. She clearly swings and you dodge out of the way, but you overcompensate slightly and she brings the club up directly into your jaw, which does not feel great.
I thought it would feel amazing!
Oh, come on. Here, these 2 R's at your command. For 11 points of damage.
Holy.
Well, you got to roll the die twice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, Kima, how are you doing after a hit like that?
I have 2 points left.
Okay. Clearly, your eyes are watering, your vision is blurry and swimming, you're pretty sure you have a broken jaw and a few loose teeth now. Wreckage.
Yes, my turn.
Yes, it is.
Woo-hoo. I'm going to go to the Lizard Man is down for the count, right?
He is unconscious, bleeding on the floor.
Okay, I'm going to go around the door, not through the wall. There we go. I'm going to go to there.
Okay.
And shoot at her. And I can only go once since I moved.
Correct. Now, I will point out, given the range of your weapon, you actually, unless you're planning on going around her desk in your next turn, don't gain anything from moving up like you just did. Like, you're going to be rolling at the exact same target number.
Okay.
So you might as well stay where you are, and then if you want, you can roll twice.
Okay. Well, I forgot how far my move is. Hold on. And it kicked me out again.
Blah,
Okay.
blah, 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 blah. You guys can export your character sheets as PDFs, by the way.
Oh, right.
Okay. Logging in, and then I'm going to look at what my move distance is, which I'm guessing is probably just like 20.
That would be my guess, especially considering how short you are.
Because if I could get to where there's less cover, that would be great.
Yep.
Would it really matter since there's people on either side of her right now?
He would be at less. So a character between you and your target is soft cover, which is a -2, instead of the -4 he's at now.
Okay, where is my distance?
It's at the top.
Up at the top.
Right there.
Ah, okay. So 5 spaces.
Nice. So you could go 1, 2.
About there.
Well, if you go 2 diagonals, that counts as 2 spaces.
Ah.
You could get to here if you went 1, 2, 3,
So
4,
here.
and 5. Okay, so you could get to here.
Here?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do that and then shoot at her, and then I'll move closer, or, around the desk, and shoot her again next turn if she's still up.
Sounds like a
So
plan.
that's my plan.
Alright, go ahead and shoot then.
Alright. And that's a 20 with no modification.
That will hit.
Okay. And the damage is 6.
Wow, you actually rolled good on that little laser pistol.
Yeah, that's like the best I can do.
Yep. Wait, another 6.
Is she down?
Nope.
No.
No, she is not.
She's
Alright.
a BA person.
Kima! Your eyes are watering, your head is swimming, your jaw doesn't hurt yet, but you get that awkward feeling like it's gonna hurt like a... There's gotta be a word in our sheet for it. Like a churro! Like a son of a churro! You're pretty sure that your jaw is gonna hurt. Oh, we actually have a word specifically for that too, evidently. Like a fatak!
Yeah. But I still don't take any negatives to like my weapons or anything, right?
Nope.
Okay. And I can't attack twice with the pain claw, or I can?
It is unwieldy, so you cannot.
Okay.
So the unwieldy trait specifically means that you can't attack twice with it.
Cool. I'm gonna try to hit her. I get an 18.
Okay, that will hit. Plus your flanking bonus, because you and May are flanking her, giving you a bonus to hit.
Well, I already totally hit her. So.
Oh yes, yes you
11
did.
Damage.
So would you like to describe how thoroughly you disembowel her? You just put her to 10 points over dead. She had 1 hit point left when you hit her with that.
So, with my eyes watering, I rip across her throat, ripping her throat open, and then...
Stab her in the lady boing loings!
Lady boing. No. Probably just rip her throat open.
Right.
She reaches in and she grabs her spine and she rips it out.
And she shows it to you as she slowly sinks to the floor. And that is how Spooty Die will tell this story forevermore. And he will also tell it. They will also tell it as if they were there the whole time, not crying in a corner.
Yeah, they totally participated. And,
I mean, basically killed everyone almost by themselves. Just decided to let some other people have the glory to finish it off.
All right, so Kima, you are soaking in blood. A lot of it yours, a lot of it not yours. You look like Ferrani Nadaz did when she came in and kissed Speedy Die. And
I don't quite pass out, so.
yeah. So then, as Ferrani Nadaz sinks to the ground, May, standing on the other side, looks shocked at your blood-covered visage. Then sheathes the sword and says, "I think I may have underestimated you." To be continued! Alright. Let's start with, I don't know, Kima, you got the infamous kill. We'll just start with you. What have you learned?
Never mute the android.
They don't take it very well.
Android could have been a lot of help.
Alright, speaking of androids, wreckage. No,
Always me.
okay, I thought that was funny. Speedy Die.
Speedy Die learned that even if they are working for a crazy lady, the random thugs can actually be a lot of fun.
Here you go. And then, finally, wreckage. What have you learned?
2 things. One is, if you want to see what's happening, don't stand behind butter. And the other one is, if you don't want your robot to die, don't just send it in blindly.
You guys are really lucky, because he rolled badly on all of those grenades. They were 1d8 damage. They could have easily done, 3 to 4 times as much damage as they did.
It could have one-shot killed Sparky.
Oh, yeah.
Or me.
Oh, yeah. Well, Sparky, yes. Wreckage, no, because of your
Stamina and everything. Yeah.
Now, when he threw double grenades, if he had rolled 2 8s and done 16 damage, and you had not gotten half damage for your reflex save, then yeah, he could have one-shotted you.
Yeah.
But you guys got lucky. Those grenades rolled like boing boing. So, yeah. Alright, well, thanks everybody for joining me, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!
Bye!